Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. It's All-Rounder episode 75. We're at the Cadel Evans Great something race. Great Ocean Road Race. There it is. Cadel Evans Great Ocean Road Race. Objective. Not the easiest version, but still an easy objective. Finish in the top 20. Well, speaking of finish, we are coming up near the end of that, and the field just split over that little uphill section. So let's go ahead and prepare ourselves. We're inside 10K, and there's only a couple lead-out riders for me, and they're both exhausted. In fact, the whole team is exhausted, meaning this next little uphill section, it's a little late for it. If I was in the right position, I'd say let's attack and try to break this thing up, but either way, this is setting myself up nicely for a potential sprint where other riders really are just not capable. Velens, Tratnik, Kort Nielsen kind of attacking there. We're inside 5K now, and I bet you I could go away right now and end up in a small break, and I do. 3 riders off the front. Kort Nielsen, Tratnik going with me. 2.6. Field splitting behind us. 2K to go. The win is a little difficult with just 4 of us here, but we're 21 seconds ahead. 1K to go. I don't have much for a sprint left. We've got to just kind of push a little bit over the top. I will not get the win, but I will get a podium, I think. Kort Nielsen, Tratnik, 3rd place. All right. I'll take it. Vendram, Milano, Mühlberger, Cavagna. Your top 7. Good result. We get a podium. I didn't even get a notification, but apparently I was unconscious at the time. I got a broken neck. That is a problem. That is definitely a problem. I'll be back at the start of April. Apparently it's a fracture and not paralyzing. So there's that. I was wondering why I was not participating in Paris-Nice, even though I was scheduled to. And then I noticed the little medical plus, and then, broken neck. I've already had skipped a couple of stage races, doing a little combination of what I did last season, bypassing a lot of the lesser important, especially stage races. Focusing more on key races that will help with development. I have leveled up once from 2 turns of the month into February and now into March, and it looks like I will continue on at least into April before I get any additional participation. That was the first of 3 levels towards the next level up, so we've got 2 to go still. And now we've got some time to kill. Laid up in a bed. Alright, so I'm finally back from injury. It's the middle of April, and if you didn't figure it out from the description, it's Paris-Roubaix, the most brutal race we're going to possibly participate in. And I've got a big teammate role in this one. 40K at the front. Exceptional is going to be 50K at the front. So we're trying to get those kilometers in early, but more and more riders are still trying to get off the front, which is not helping the situation much by putting 20 riders up the road, 15 riders up the road. It's going to make it a very tough race. Meaning, by the time I'm done with my 50 kilometers, there's a good chance that we'll find ourselves well off the pace and already fatigued. So, not ideal. We've done 14K so far, but 67 not doing enough because there's too many riders off the front, so other teams are chasing harder. 67 is generally enough to get you on the front, but not always. And today is definitely one of those not always times as we chase those guys down. In fact, we're chasing hard enough that I'd rather recover for a little bit, get back to full strength, wait for things to lighten up. Hopefully we'll make contact with those 6 riders again soon. We're using about 6 riders to chase those 6 riders, and the gap has held firm for quite a while. Making my day that much harder. This gap has not opened. Alright, we've got to try to get back into this mix here. What if we go, say, 76? No, that's still not enough pace. Pushing harder than that. 81 gets you into the mix. The front group is finally together, but they only have a half minute. We're still chasing them hard. We're going to hit the cobbles fairly soon, and I haven't even had a turn on front yet. Finally. Finally, I pick up 1K. Okay, that's 5K, 6K. And actually, that's holding me at the front. What if we start to back off a little bit? And recover again. That's 25K now. But we're going to hit the cobbles soon. I want it to be done well before the cobbles. Let's see, Loish. He's toast. Myself, I'm not recovering terribly well either. Now, I can work later on as long as I have a teammate in the group. Head of a group with one teammate. So if I get dropped, as long as I find a teammate, because we're into the cobbles. And so it begins. The punishment kicks off. Front group down to 13 riders, but we've still never let up. Big chase. That group is going to shatter. They will get dropped. Peloton's already shrinking in size. I think a lot of that's riders like Loish who are on the front and exhausted, like myself, on the front. A little late on the message. Jettison with a puncture. Okay, just one rider off the back. Things sat up quite a bit as that group was finally caught, and now there are 5 riders who were instantly allowed 3 minutes off the front. So a big momentary lift in the tempo. Let's see if I can go get a few K now. Can I get up front and actually lead this thing for a little bit? There we go. I'm not going to get a good result with this. This is definitely going to do some punishment. We're about to hit that 75% though. Not sure if we're going to get to that 125 today. But if I'm leading for now, will 74 still have me lead? It does. How about a 70? Okay, still leading on a 70. That's good. 37K. We might hit our mark yet. 40%, or 100% that is, 40K. Still got to get to 50 for the exceptional, so we push on for that, but look how close I am to being done here. 47K, 48, 49, 50, exceptional, and toast. 106K to go, and I've got no energy. Can I recover a little bit over the next little bit? I do recover a little bit over that last little bit. 4-star section, though, and that's going to take away whatever recovery I've made, and then we're going to hit section after section after section. So, yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble in terms of making it to the end of this thing. 124 left to the peloton. At least I'm not the first one out. We're in the Ehrenberg forest now, and we're dropping back, dropping back. 3 stars for the next one. I'm already out of energy. Peloton was down to 53. I was in it. Out of it now. It's down to 46. Just 9 left off the front. So now we are in survival mode for the day. Louis with a puncture. That's not good. He's so far behind. I'm going to drop further back now. Peloton shrinking yet further. It was down to 37. And there's a lot of racing still to go. 76. can I recover a little bit? My cobble rating is better than some riders. I'm just mostly fatigued from playing that teammate role today and working very hard to get those K in because of the size of the break, making the day much tougher than what we normally face in the teammate role. But you can see I'm almost conserving energy here, getting through these cobble sections. I'm hanging with this group just fine. I'm just not really recovering because we start to recover and then we hit the cobble sections, and I don't fade too bad, but I don't really gain either. So we're really, this is the group we're gonna probably see out the rest of the race in. We start to see yellow for just a moment. And see, I actually just left the group behind. If we back off slightly, I might start to conserve energy a little bit better. We'll go 68 from here and see if that amounts to something. Only a 2-star section here. I make it through this time? No, not quite, not quite. I'm going back. Van der Kuijs in this group. I would gain credit, but I don't need to gain credit. I actually just ended up getting dropped. It's the first time I've really been properly dropped, other than when I first ran out of energy. Yeah, the 68's just getting me into recovery. So that's good. That's gonna see me out through this race a little bit better. Yeah, recovering even more now. Okay, so we'll start pushing 69 from here through the cobbled sections. And I might recover to that group, back to 70. I'm gonna need some water. 25k. Not a lot left in the cobbles. See what kind of ground we can maybe make up. Gotta start contributing. Oh, we instantly leave them behind. Right, solo. Try to catch that group again. Back down to 68. Back down to just cruising. Van Aert for the win. Yves Lampaert second. Pollitt, Bettiol, Kung, Van Moyer, Ranich, Mobach, former teammate Benoot, and Rooch. And here we go into the velodrome. 4.5k to go. I've got no energy left, so let's just 99 this thing to the end. We're already looking at, well, outside of the top 30, probably about 50th, I would imagine.
The road is really treacherous.
$11 minutes 50 seconds behind at the finish. 87th. Oof, well down the order. But again, we did that work. We exhausted ourselves earlier this thing, and we're dropped well ahead of time. We beat Dennis. Luis, who did similar thing to me, looks like he's a good 25 minutes behind me. So as bad as that was, it could have been a whole lot worse.
Another flat tire.
Teammate with the win. We should get some points for that. Also, we'll get the exceptional evaluation. So we'll see about 10 points there. So I'd be satisfied with about 20 points on the day. Alright, so I'm at Brabantspil, and I have almost no energy left as I played the role of teammate once again. There's only 2 riders in the break. They only have a minute, and they only just now went up the road. We are 3/4 of the way through this race, and the first breakaway is just forming. There's a bunch of riders off the back. It's been a relentless pace throughout. I've managed to do 24k, but that's with the whole race trying to make that happen. I am recovering a bit now, so I'll give it another go to finish my teammate assignment. But I was actually hoping to race for myself at the end of this one because, you know, I could get a decent result. So I might just sit at the 75% that I'm at now if I can recover a little bit. But at the moment, the pace, it's never let up. Breakaway's done. They barely got away. They never stayed away. 100 riders left. Peloton's just getting smaller and smaller. Meaning this is the kind of race that actually suits me so well, where I could do really, really well at the end of it. Especially if this does split to that 20-something riders that it's trying to now. But I don't have the energy because I've spent almost the whole race pursuing my teammate target. So for now, we just ride for survival and see where we can finish. Just 80 left in the peloton, and I get a little recovery through there. I know that I could get a decent result today. I could get a top 10. Here we go, another big acceleration. Making life difficult. Again, we see it yo-yo down to about 20 riders, and then split ends. Down to 30 riders. And I don't think it's coming back together this time. 28 riders. Yeah, the gaps are getting bigger. But I'm barely hanging on because I've barely had any energy since spending 2/3 of it trying to lead at the front. 28 riders, and I'm in it, but I'm just barely hanging on there to the end. We've got 3 more uphill sections. Little split there. I'm in the second group. And I've got quite a few teammates in this group. 6 of the 20. Now 6 of the 28 as we recover to the front, but as a team, looking pretty dang good. As an individual, bye-bye front 11.
Only 10 kilometers left.
Counter-attack by Mads Pedersen.
Just try to hang on for a decent finish at this point. All of us are in this group. None of us made the front group, so you can see why. I've got 3 teammates working to chase it, along with Decathlon. You can see that we're the 2 teams that kind of missed out. 4K, and here we go. Next split. Coming up on the finish. 1.6. Oh, no. Just hang on. Just hang on. Matthew Vanderpool for the win. Caleb Ewan second. Costa for a third. 600 meters. Here we go. Try to recover a little distance here. We're going to miss out on finishing at the front of this. I hung on, which is the beautiful thing. I mean, I didn't make it in the front group, but I made it essentially in the second group. Beat out half my teammates and did it with 10% energy from the point where things really started to split. And had that because I had worked the whole time up until then. So hanging on with 10% and still managing to finish 22nd, that's a good race. That is a good race, all things considered. Of course, it's a race that I feel like I could have been. I probably wouldn't have beat Van der Poel or Ewan. Probably not Cosnefroid or Pedersen. But I could have been somewhere around the Simmons to Van Barle period. That, you know, somewhere in that region. I certainly could have had a top 10 today if I was on full strength. All things considered, good result. That's also going to do it for this episode, though. So, major injury just cost me a very large chunk of this season. And we're already into May. It's far from done. There's plenty of season still to go in the coming months. But that definitely slowed progress for the year. That slowed my points gain for the year. I'm thinking at this point, I'm going to cruise pretty quickly through this season, and that next season is going to be the final season, and it's going to be the one, give it a real go, get that final level up in, and see what this rider's capable of. A pure all-rounder, but in the worst sense. I had lowest potential. I had Barrador for the primary and nothing for the secondary. Went for the ultimate challenge and found that, yeah, it's challenging. But discovered that there is a limitation, that we cap at 37. because at 24, I should be nowhere near my cap. I should still be growing and developing. I'm happy with where I'm at 24, but knowing that I'm 2 level ups away from max makes you then scratch your head and go, oh, this is it? This is all we're going to get? And then it kind of, then you take your foot off the gas and go, okay, well, if that's it, that's that. So it is what it is, but at least we've given it a real shot, and I'd like to give next season a real shot and see what is the most that we can pull off. So not too many quick sims for next season, mostly focus on getting max results. But of course, it's not like we don't put our effort in. We do the teammate thing when it's necessary, but the teammate thing, like today, cost me a lot of points. So next season, I'll probably ride for myself more often, not play the team role, and just see what I'm capable of doing. And of course, it's going to take some results to get some team support. If I'm not playing the team role, it's going to be that much harder to get the team support. So mixed bag, when and where to go, what to do to ride for myself. Be selfish. We'll see. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there.
Just in case you missed
And
them,
bye for now.
here are the race highlights.